The US military has carried out what President Donald Trump called a very serious retaliation against targets of the so-called Islamic State in Syria. The military said the strikes hit more than 70 targets across central Syria, supported by Jordanian fighter jets. It follows an ambush by the militants that killed 2 US soldiers and a civilian. Syria says it will intensify its own military operations against IS with the US-led coalition. And Fawaz Gerges is a leading expert on Middle East politics and US foreign policy. He is also professor of international relations at the London School of Economics and the author of ISIS, A History. And he joins us now, so very good to have you with us. Fawaz, how do you read this US strike against IS in Syria?
Well, I mean, the escalation of US strikes have taken place since the fall of Bashar al-Assad in Syria more than a year ago. There is evidence that ISIS has been trying to basically manipulate, exploit the vacuum of security in Syria in order to carry out attacks in both Syria and Iraq and beyond. What we need to understand is that the killing of American servicemen in Syria a few days ago shocked American officials and led them to really threaten, President Trump threatened to retaliate against ISIS. What President Trump has not told the American people is that the perpetrator or the perpetrators of the attacks against American forces in Syria was a member of the Syrian security forces, that is, in fact, the intelligence forces. And this tells us that ISIS not only is trying to basically rebuild its ranks, obviously it has infiltrated the security forces, the top-notch special forces of President Ahmed al-Shara, and this is very worrying to American decision makers, even though they have not really come out clean and told the American people about what happened.
So how might these strikes that Donald Trump still refers to as retaliation, how might they affect stability inside Syria right now?
Well, I mean, Syria, think about it. Syria, there is a vacuum of power. There is a security vacuum in Syria. The new regime in Syria that replaced Bashar al-Assad has not really been able to consolidate power, to control most of the Syrian territories. Israel attacks Syria on a daily basis. It has expanded its occupation of Syrian territories since the fall. You have the Kurdish forces that control a big chunk of Syria. You have the Druze community that basically has also challenged the legitimacy of the Syrian regime. And the fact that a member of the security forces, the regime security forces, was and is a member of ISIS, it tells you a great deal about the challenges facing the regime in Syria in order to consolidate power and expand its influence and control of the war-torn country.
All right, Fawaz Gerges there, expert on Middle East politics and US foreign policy. Thank you so very much for sharing your expertise with us.
Thanks.